go! One Piece chapter 1161, guys. I gotta say, a great comeback, amazing comeback. I genuinely have a lot to say about this chapter, but we gotta start with the, not even the cover story. We gotta start with the cover art at the beginning. Again, it's so much to talk about, but we're gonna start with the cover art. Let's go there. When I say this is art I would like on a blanket or a throw pillow or just a picture frame, I want it. This is genuinely one of the best cover arts that we've had in a long time. Luffy with the plushies, Nami, we have Chopper, we have him being a part of the game, we have Zoro down there where Sanji looked like he beamed Mihawk's plushie at him. I think just the concept is fantastic. I think how it's executed, the bright colors with Buggy, Jinbei, with Whitebeard, Shanks is a plush. It is just such a beautiful spread. I need it. I need this in the spread. I need this on something fantastic. That's all I have to say. Fantastic cover art. Now, let's get to the cover story. Okay. We're paying our respects to the heroes of Wano. And we find out these heroes of Wano at the end of the chapter. It's like, of course, the Shimotsukis, Yasue, Shimaru, you have Izo, Ashuradoji. And, there's one name that stood out to me that I was like, I'm going to show respect. Pedro. And I know you guys are going to tell me, well, he helped him escape and him blowing himself. Whew. I got a lot I can say about Pedro right now, but this isn't about Pedro at all. This is about everybody else and the friends we made along the way. And they're just respecting the heroes and the people that helped them, right? That helped them overcome Kaido. I guess Pedro's one of them. Now, let's get to the chapter. I think One Piece chapter 1161 had everything. Story, action, lore, characters, build up. I think it covered so many bases, and for us seeing the story play out the way it is, playing out with the legend that we have, you can't help but be excited because, man, this is what we've always wanted, for the story to fill in the gaps that we don't know. And we're in God Valley seeing exactly how things played out in God Valley. Now, Oda went the route of showing us one aspect of God Valley, and then he's going to show us another perspective more than likely next week. One aspect is the rescue of Shakky, and from that purview, showing the motivations of that group. Now, we did see Rocks talking about Eris and Teach, and I'm going to assume that's his wife, and so we're going to get that perspective later, which I think is more important and has a completely different tone. And for this one, it's just us saving Shakky, and everybody is focused on saving Shakky. And I didn't mind that as much. I didn't mind that at all, actually, because it's splitting it up to show us just how important, right, this story is and everything happening in God Valley and just how it triggers so many different events. So let's start, though. Let's get into specifics as far as what happened. Doesn't start well for Garp, right? Well, before that, Celestial Dragons. You guys are not likable. Right? We just don't like the Celestial Dragons. I can't stress that enough, okay? The Marines are telling them, yo, we got to go. Celestial Dragons are saying, well, I have things on the island that I want to see. I want a treasure. He's like, okay, don't worry. We'll collect them and give them to you. We will take responsibility for getting you this treasure. Celestial Dragon, responsibility for the treasure? No! You take responsibility for all of it! Shut up. Shut up! So then we see Roger, we see Rocks, we see Garp. Roger's worried about Shakky. Rocks is worried about Eris and Teach, wife and kid. Garp is worried about Roger. So things are happening. People are dying around us, and Garp wants to play basketball, right? Garp wants to hoop. Garp wants to fight. And I'm like, Garp, come on. What do we... But I think Garp makes up for that as the chapter goes on. Now, of course, we go from Garp to Dragon, and Dragon has both of the twins. He's running away. He has his, his cloak on, right? And I guess after wearing this hood, he's like, oh, it was kind of comfortable. Let me, okay, I like this. So Dragon's running around with the hood on, right? And he's trying to escape with Shanks and Shamrock. I was always like, yo, how do they get separated? Because obviously they did. We see somebody pulls up, one of the God Knights, say, yo, I see him. And he's running around, a Marine with the cloak, with the kids. With the kid. That's important, with the kid, because I want to talk about that later. She uses a Seto, blasts his right side open, like completely obliterated his right side. Actually didn't. It was just like it seems like it's like a small hole, like a flesh wound almost, because, Dragon, he lives and he's fine. And then she gets him. And then somebody says, yo, you're a lifesaver, Mafi, because, man, Garland would have killed me. And the person on the phone has to be someone of importance as well, because no random person just ordering around a God Knight. And we find out, again, yet another family of the Celestial Dragons, the Satchel's family. And so it is, again, deepening our understanding of Celestial Dragons and the families, but also just giving some perspective, because she takes out Dragon. Dragon, this is atonement for him. Like, yo, me helping to set up this murderous game, saving these kids, and even dying, that's my atonement. I deserve this because of my being a part of this. And he's about to die. She's about to kill him. And she's saying, yo, so long, pal. Boom! She gets sliced in half by Whitebeard. Whitebeard and Big Mom. Big Mom was like, yo, you almost killed me. Do you want to go? Whitebeard's like, I wasn't going after you, Mike. It wasn't about you. And I like, again, seeing these interactions, I love them because we remember just how these characters talk about each other. And when Big Mom, even in Whole Cake Island, she's like, I could have surpassed even Whitebeard, putting Whitebeard on a pedestal almost above everybody else. And so seeing these interactions where Big Mom was like, yo, I almost died from attack from Whitebeard, it's like, oh my God, this is... It's just like seeing your heroes in real time, right? We've heard about these legends time and time again, and we're seeing them interact and things that they went through bro. Y'all understand what we're getting right now? So Dragon, you can tell he's really young. He's really young. He's really green. So he's looking at the Big Mom and Whitebeard. He's like, phew. It's huge. My thought was like, damn, like Whitebeard saved you. Like that should be like, probably should join his crew. No, Dragon, he's taken aback. You can tell that he's fresh. He's fresh to like these giants, right? Literally and figuratively, this is what they look like. This is what they are. But in the midst of this, for whatever reason, you have fodder. Their goal is to take out the Rocks pirates. You have Shakky now, Kaido, Big Mom, and Whitebeard. And just an amazing spread of fodder trying to corral them and getting completely obliterated. Now, even Mafi's like, yo, what in the world is going on? And she has Shamrock in her hand. And of course, Dragon, in the midst of all this, he's like, I could slip away now because crazy stuff is happening all around me, and damn, I couldn't save the babies. And he sees one. He sees Shanks, and Shanks looks like he hit his head. And it wouldn't have been crazy if Oda goes the route of Shanks forgot a lot about his history and he learned as he went back or something like that. But Shanks hit his head, and Dragon, he looks at Shanks like, all right, I guess I can save him. Now in the midst of this, Garp shows up. All right, Garp shows up. So Garp shows up. He sees these guys, right? From his perspective, he's like, yo, now this is a big catch, right? I see a prime fishing spot. And he goes, whatever impact to where Big Mom, Shakky, Kaido, and Whitebeard are. And I'm like, yo, Garp, you're in over your head, right? Before I'm like, Garp, this is a lot. This is a lot for you to deal with, right? Wrong. Garp forces Big Mom, Whitebeard, and Kaido to run away. Now, Kaido, being the ignorant youth that he is, he's like, wait, you're not going to fight back at all? Like, not at all? And Big Mom's like, shut up. Hey. Stop. Let's go. And Whitebeard said, yo, this is Garp. The fight will drag on too long. We gotta go. And Garp upscale, right? Kobe upscale. Like, this is crazy. 3 future Yonko. Garp pulls up and they run away. Now, you can't have the Yonko running away, the future Yonko running away from someone like a Vice Admiral without them fighting back. So Big Mom, Zeus, Prometheus. And she goes with an attack of her own. It looks like it just obliterates Garp. I'm like, oh my God, Garp is dead. The Garp that we see today is Edo Tensei. It's over for Garp. Oh my God. No, obviously that's not what happens, right? Garp did not. Okay. All right. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. In the midst of this, Dragon's like, Daddy, right? Because I think Garp has no idea. Absolutely no idea Dragon's on the island. So Garp is obliterated by this attack because it's a devastating attack, right? The father's like, oh! Devastating attack. Even Ivankov was like, what was that? And he's like, all right, never mind, Kuma, lock in. Kuma's like, all right, shit, you the one that brought it up, right? You brought it up! Either way, go back to Garp. And Garp has this epic ore farming moment where he says to Big Mom, Inland, this is not even enough to cook prime ribs. And he says that to Big Mom because maybe he knows she likes to eat and maybe she develops an eating disorder after this. I don't know. But he says, yo, this is not even hot enough for prime ribs. Reminds me of like Akainu and Whitebeard back in the day. Basically, Whitebeard talked about Akainu's flames and like a birthday candle. Blew out like a birthday candle. Big Mom says, fuck. And of course, that's like translation, right? But to some extent, she's going to say something like that. She's like, okay. This is why Garp is a problem. And this is why Kaido's in over his head, right? At 17 years old, right? I think that's how old Kaido is at this point. You're going to get folded, young man. That's why Big Mom's like, shut up. Let's go. I'm not going to lie. This moment from Garp got me sweaty. All right? Got me sweaty. Like Big Mom went after Garp and Garp is like, not trolling, but like telling her, like, what you doing? Doing, Big Mom? What you doing, Lin? You know what we got over here? And this is epic by Garp. Like, Garp is the ultimate like piece of shit in like his personal life, but an amazing career man, right? Like, he's amazing at work, but doesn't have the same work ethic with his family. And so I mean, holy crap. I've always said Garp is pound for pound number 1 because, well, no weapon, no fruit, and to be boxing with these top guys. But if this didn't prove it, I don't know what did. I don't know what will. This is Garp. So now we're back to Mafi, right? Garp is seemingly still boxing with these guys, or they ran away, whatever happens. We go back to Mafi, and Mafi's talking to the person who gave her the assignment to get back Garling's kids. And she's like, well, the kidnapper's probably dead, and I got the baby. That should be good enough. And the person's like, oh my God, thank you, guy. Get back here, because I don't want Garling to even know that they got kidnapped, right? Even though they just got blown up, one of them got a concussion, bring them back, right? However, it's never really explained to Mafi that it's two of them. Mafi's like, I got the kid. And they're like, okay, just get back here, right? And I'm like, bro, did the person that was in charge of the kids, did they know it was two kids? Why is two kids not being discussed? Either way, Dragon got shanks with a concussion and running away, right? Dragon's like, I couldn't help you, brother. Your brother's, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to save you, right? You are my responsibility now. He's wheezing because he's green, right? He's new to this. This is not something he's used to. He was taken aback by the size of Big Mom and Whitebeard. He's just running away. He's like, bro, I got your back. I know I not caused you because he ain't do it, but I'm gonna save you. Which, I mean, bro, I think this backstory just showing Dragon's exemplary character and why he went on to make the revolutionary armies, because he can't take this, right? He's not built for this. He's not built for this disaster, right? For this murder, this torture. He's like, he was thrown up. Boy was thrown up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted a Garp and Dragon moment. Not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen here. I mean, it still could. It really still could. But I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, they were right there. Garp, you almost blew up your kid. Like, you almost blew up your child. Fantastic stuff. So then it's about location, where the Roger pirates are coming from, where the Rocks pirates are coming from, the Marines. They're still trying to fend off all the chaos around them, right? You have somebody from the Manmeyer family. They're still shooting the rabbits. It's just like, bro, it's over. Like, it's like, oh, you're not gonna escape me. I'm like, they're not even fighting back. What the fuck? What are you doing? Again, the sentiment here is to save Shakky. So they're still giving us a perspective of even the other Rocks pirates, Captain John, Silverax, all these people. They're still trying to save Shakky. Something I want to point out with Captain John. I mean, he has a metal arm. And he has terrible pants on, like Kid does. Is he Kid's dad? Like, is his uncle or something? I mean, it's Captain John, Captain Kid. You know, maybe Captain is like the name, right? But, he has a metal. I'm like, what's going on? Bad fashion sense all around, but I don't know, something to consider. Now, Sommers, he has a nice little arc here, and he is a super villain, okay? Sommers, he goes, and he's like, yo, did we at least move Shakky? And Shakky, she's chained up. And they're like, yo, you all got defeated by one chained up little lady? And Shakky's like, it sounds like it's crazy things happening out there. Again, Sommers is a super villain, all right? That's the best way I can describe this guy. The thing that offended Sommers was the fact that Shakky's a woman that knows her worth. I couldn't believe why he was upset. He's like, you know what you're worth? Despicable. What? Yeah. So Sommers smacked her for that. He was really offended that she was a woman that understood herself, understood what people would risk for her. And he's like, I guess he just shows the environment that Sommers lives in, that he was raised in, that he grew up in, where it's like a woman knowing her worth is, you're disrespectful. You shouldn't know your worth. You should think you're worthless, which is just like, oh, you got to get what's coming to you, Sommers. You got to get what's coming to you. Now, Shakky fights back, but she's chained up, and so she can only kick. Nice kicks, long legs. Sommers like, but then he grabs her leg, and then, he uses his spiked weapon or thorned weapon, and he hurts Shakky. But again, Sommers gets into his villain monologue saying, you know what? All these pirates are here to take you away. Popularity, I mean, it is painful. You horny, I know Garling, you belong to him, but wouldn't it be funny if I kill you right now and all that effort that they put in, all that effort, everything they gave to come and try to get you, be worthless because you'd be dead? Wouldn't that be funny if I killed you here and now? And then the funny part about it is that they can't even retaliate because they can't kill me. Shakyaku, this might be your last day. I'm like, Sommers. He's in his bag. He was in his bag because, I think that would make sense. Like, at this point, because of everything that y'all have done to us, we got to kill you. Like, you just got to die. This all has to be worthless for them, too. I'm sorry. So then, whilst this is going on, we see that Roger's occupied by Whitebeard. That didn't make sense to me. Why didn't make sense to me? Like, why would Roger be fighting Whitebeard in this situation when they have the same goal? However, I think it's just an obligatory Whitebeard-Roger clash just because they're in the same vicinity. It's just obligation. It's like a press run. Like, yo, every time we're in the same place, we just got to clash. So I think it's just a story beat to keep Roger and Whitebeard occupied so that, Rayleigh will be free to then go save Shakky, because Rayleigh comes out of nowhere. Whoosh, I'll save you. I mean, this is what had to happen. It's just, It's a love story. However, Summers takes 3 days to kill Shakky. He has a whole monologue about draining her blood and taking 5 slashes. And if a hero shows up, I'll kill them. I hope he gets snuffed out. It's so many things that Summers is saying. I'm just like, dude, do it. Just like, it's almost like he's waiting, like any moment now. I promise I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna do it. Either way, he gets his wish and really shows up like, Lord Farming. I'm gonna send you to the underworld. Yeah. And then he uses his first name to attack, and Summers gets sent into the wall, and him and Shakky they have a very, I think, touching moment because they've never been this vulnerable before. We've never seen them this vulnerable. And I don't think they've probably ever been this vulnerable in their life. Where really says he's here for her. Rayleigh's crying. She's crying. She says, "You're late. I was so scared." This is going to go so crazy in the anime because, it's touching, right? It's touching. Of course, it feels very, coordinated and planned for this to happen because we knew Rayleigh had to end up with Shakky because we know what happened. So it's easy to kind of predict how things went down. But Rayleigh being the one to save Shakky, I absolutely adore it, right? And yeah, he got his treasure. They're having their moment, right? They're like, I would never. I just like, hurry up, we gotta go, get a room. And of course, him and Scopper, they're like salty because, everybody wanted the treasure, but Rayleigh is the one that got it. And so, chapter ended fantastic, bro. I just think this is one of those chapters that means a lot of interactions, power scaling stuff, but things that deepen the lore as well. Who's Eris, right? And how deep is that gonna go? And the interaction between Whitebeard and Big Mom and having Kaido there, wanting to fight back against Garp, giving Garp this shine in this moment, even though he's a piece of crap as a man, we seemingly, right? Because it's all this going on and you just want to fight, right? All these slaves getting killed and all you want to do is fight Roger. You question, like, what is your purpose here? But you can't deny Roger or Garp's importance to the Marines and why he has the leeway that he does because he's a freaking monster, right? And you can take that in so many different ways. Either way, fantastic chapter. I loved it. I love this chapter. Next week, I think it's going to be very, very heavy because I think we get the rock stuff and how that's resolved. Oda's been hooping in this flashback. Just all of our favorite characters, action, thrill, love, just amazing resolution. Fantastic. Guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about this one? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe. We got so much to talk about because we got to talk about Garp. We got to talk about Garp. But let me know, guys. Like the video, subscribe.